Hey YouTube, you made your way to Mind Your Mind with Just Justified. So today we have a very fun topic. Listen, let's tackle this. Now, picture this. Taking your kids to their grandparents' house and they basically say, get somebody else to do it. Did that ever happen to you? All right, I mean, it never happened to me, but this is pretty much what happened in this video that I'm about to show you. Check it out.
Hey, one of those children. We ain't did that.
He gonna get them.
He'll get them, and you
But
got to
he only gets them when it's convenient for him.
Well, then that's what you got to deal with, not us.
I'm sorry, baby. I can't.
We can't deal with that.
We can't. I'm so
We
sorry.
already got one in here. And you're not finna bring two babies in
I
there.
can't do it. I just, Lord, no, my heart won't allow me to do it.
I'm sick. My wife is sick. I'm getting blood transfusions.
I can't do it.
See, I don't know. I mean,
But I'm telling you,
But he'll get them.
he'll get the kid.
Can you tell them their daddy not here because they don't understand they
Well,
kids?
well, you gonna have to deal with your kid.
I'm
You gonna
so
have to deal
sorry.
with it.
I'm so sorry, but I can't.
You can't do us like this.
I can't.
You can't do us
Wait
like
on
this.
Justin. He'll
You
get
wait
them.
on JD,
He'll
and
get
JD get his kid.
He take them
They
out
said
of
ghetto. I feel like I'm a teen mom or something. Like
Well, I don't
he
care.
need his own transportation.
Look. But then
That's he'll
you have him. You have him get transportation in. I
can't do that.
I can't do it.
Okay, I gotta go.
All right.
Tell them daddy's not here.
Bye bye, baby. Bye-bye.
Can you tell them their daddy not?
Daddy get you. Daddy come get you. I'll make sure he come get you. And he'll take you to his house. Hey, kid. All right, bye-bye.
Okay, we gotta go.
Bye-bye.
Not all right, bye. I mean, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Because let's also establish this is the children's paternal grandparents. That's her baby father's parents, right? So I read in some of the comments section, and some people said this should not have been done in front of the kids. They didn't even get a hug. They didn't even get like a warm interaction. And I get that. I kind of observed that. It did not look as warm. But I do have some questions. All right. Where is the baby father? You know, because it seems that he suggested for his baby mother to bring the kids to his parents, right? But it seemed like he did not even communicate with his parents about this. So it's just like he just kind of assumed that they will just take the kids in or whatever. So she went all this way, brought the kids, and bam, you can't do this, you know. So, not even that. They mentioned that another child was already in there. So she's there. She's about to bring two additional children, small children, in while they're already watching another child who I don't know if it's for that same baby father or someone else. I don't know. But they're already watching that child to take in two additional children where he even said they had various ailments, you know, blood transfusions, whatever the situation is. So my question is, would her leaving those children on them, in a sense, would that have been reasonable anyway? Would it have been reasonable? So next, there seems to be like barely a relationship between these grandparents and the children. Now, I wonder why. That's a question too. Like, why did it seem so cold? You know, I remember a time where grandparents would babysit a boatload of their grandchildren and without a second thought. you know, and they'll all be piled up at their grandparents' house playing whatever, roughhousing, whatever the situation is. And I remember going to my grandparents' house. My brother and my cousins and we used to go for waiting for our parents to come back from work, or in the summer, things like that. It was a lot of us, it was fairly a lot of us, like probably four at a time for the most part, so I'm like, where did this shift happen? you know because it seems to be so different now, where grandparents are kind of a little bit more reluctant to watch grandchildren. I didn't have that situation. My mother actually, you know, wanted to know. I was so hands-on as a mother. She's like, okay, easy, let me get them sometimes and take them somewhere. So, I don't understand that. But, now I'm seeing so many grandparents in this stance. Like, get somebody else to do it. you know? So, and another question I have is, what changed? Could the shift of like family structure be an issue? Because now we have a lot of these like parents that want to be outside, and I'm like, okay, while you're outside, someone else is picking up that responsibility. They're home with your kids. So how often are you taking advantage of this that position? How often are you doing that while you're going outside? I don't know. I don't know what the issue, what the shift is, what caused the shift. But now my question is, are grandparents maybe even recognizing that they may have been eliminating too much of their kids' responsibility? So now they're like, no, you had these kids, so you have to raise them. Could that be one of the issues that they're probably coming around to now? Like, you had these kids, especially if it's multiple, you had these kids, you have to raise them. Because, I mean, let's be real. The children nowadays are different when it comes to like discipline. They're a lot of them are different, and believe me, I know. I am a preschool teacher, so I know what I'm talking about. So could it be lack of discipline that aid in the grandparents' reluctance to watch their grandchildren? Like, these are questions I have, because I don't know. I can't pinpoint exactly what is going on. Because I'm like, what about the old adage when it says, it takes a village to raise a child? Has that concept gone out the window? That's what I want to know. Because, I heard that quite a bit growing up. It takes a village to raise a child. And then the mother goes on to post this. Check this out. So she goes on to post, this is why I rather not bring my kids around the daddy side of the family. This my girl's grandma and granddad. Look at my girl's face. Why have me bring our girls to a house where they're not wanted? This is heartbreaking. I'd rather do this parenting stuff by myself. I'm mama and daddy. Here we go. I will never make them feel unloved and unwanted. So she goes on to post that. Now, that post, though, highlights what some of the issues may be. Could it be that, this whole single mother culture, sometimes it kind of diluted the stability of family and that village? Like, it kind of diluted the effectiveness of it, and the bonding? Could it be? Because, a lot of the times before, it's like, it used to be like, okay, you marry someone, you marry into their family. And, if there's no marriage prerequisite, do the dynamics change when it comes to the extended family? I don't know. Like, let me know. I don't know. This is just a idea. So now it is heartbreaking when looking at the children when they went to the house, and how cold it kind of was between the grandparents and the grandchildren. It was kind of cold, to be honest. And it's sad that they may have to go through that whole feeling of not feeling wanted by the father's side of the family. Of course, that is a factor here, you know. So should babysitting though be a built-in expectation for extended family? That's the question that I want answered. There are many facets to this situation, many facets. Because, like, for one, I have two opposing views right now with videos. I have two opposing views. So check this first video out.
Did y'all ever think it was because some of these grandparents didn't have to become grandparents at 41, 42, 43 years old? As much as we love our kids and we would do everything for them, it is not our responsibility to handle your responsibilities once you start making adult decisions. You decide to have a child, you need to be able to take care of that child. You need to be able to provide child care for that child. And if a grandparent decides to babysit that child, it is because it is a choice, not an obligation. Now, see me, the type of parent that I am, should I have grandkids at 40, which is the age I am now, I will keep them. But that's because I have been terrible at setting boundaries for my children. I have let them run me crazy and I have let them stress me out. And they know that I'm always going to be here for them. But again, it is not the grandparents' responsibility to be your child care provider. A lot of these girls are having babies young and their parents are young. And it doesn't matter that your parents had children young. It is natural to want better for your kids. And so
You hear her stance. Basically, she's saying, listen, if we want to watch them, it's not an obligation. You should really kind of wait till we kind of want to watch them, or, like, if or come about it, like, not thinking it's a requirement, like a built-in requirement. It's an obligation, really. And you can request and see where their stance is on, if they can, if they can't, whatever, but not having it as a expectation, like set expectation. So I do have an opposing view. Check this other one out that I have. What do you think?
Parents who babysit live longer. This is a really nice one. So grandparents who babysat their grandchildren had a 37%. So that's why I brought this to you. It's not a small percentage in improvement. 37% lower risk of death during the 19-year study compared with grandparents who didn't babysit or adults of the same age who didn't have grandchildren. And what does it really mean? Well, it means grandparents who stay more active and have more purpose have a greater reason for living. And I think that the spiritual and the emotional side and the stress-based side have so much more to do with longevity than we give it credence. So if you're a grandparent, stay active, keep watching those grandkids. It's great for your children, I guess, as well, giving them a little bit of free time, which is always nice. They probably didn't appreciate it when they were little, but they certainly appreciate it now.
So this man, he's saying you live longer when you watch your grandkids. So, it's two opposing sides. It's like the ones that are like, get somebody else to do it. Like, or let you know if it's okay. And then this guy's like, come on, bring them on. It'll help you live longer. Like, it's two opposing ideas. So, so it is now time for our mindful moment. So the mindful moment question for today is, are grandparents built-in babysitters? Are grandparents built-in babysitters? Listen, I want to hear from you, because it's like, it could be either way for me. Like, I don't think that we should probably take advantage of it, you know. But then, you know, I do remember the times where it says it takes a village to raise a child. You know, sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes people need a break, and you know, that's what family is for, I guess. But are people taking too much advantage of it, you know, not thinking about their elderly parents if they're elderly, or their time, or whatever, like, you know. So I want to hear from you. Comment down in the comment section. I want this to be a conversation because I want to know, do you think grandparents should be built-in babysitters? Let me know what you think. Please like, please share, please comment for sure, please, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.